This is a really good example of how things went far beyond anything I had imagined in my own head as far as a song. I love to sing this song. I don't do it all that often, but as a solo acoustic song, I like to dig in and rock out. And so this one's called Why We Go to War. And I love the production that Vic did, which is kind of like, to me, it's like bubblegum 60s era pop production aesthetic to it, which is a really cool thing. I never would have imagined it. It's kind of like, reminds me of the organ of like 96 Tears, just a little bit. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Slackness Spotlight. For anyone who doesn't come every week, please, here's a little info. After I finish singing, I'm gonna do this and a couple more probably. We hang out and just kick back and chat for a while. So don't be in a hurry to have to leave if you can hang around. And thanks again. So I'm gonna finish off the spotlight with Why We Go to War. And so this was written, of course, about the Iraq War, and I really, as a new person who didn't grow up in America, I'll say this, as a Canadian coming to America, being here at a time of war was really a shocking reality. Because in Canada, we don't have that typical, we're rarely at war with somebody in Canada. It was back in World War II was the last time, I think, that we were really heavily involved. Usually we're sending assistance to an agenda. But anyway, that was such a major event in US history for so many reasons, and I'm thankful to have written this song about it. I really don't love war, and I know probably none of us does, but I try with this song to really focus on the human story of how lives are affected, and come from that direction. Anyway. Coming into Baghdad, twice the speed of sound. Destiny is calling in the air and on the ground. Gather up your children, take a final look around. If you live in Baghdad, time to think of leaving town. I don't want to see it on another cover page. Another father's anger, another father's rage. So while you're making history with the wars that you wage, try not to kill too many of the ones you're trying to save. Tell me why we go to war. No need to show we can. There ain't never been no conflict. Ever since there been no man, is it peace we're fighting for? Don't think I understand. If the way to find it is to kill another man. If the way to find it is to kill another man. In the elevator, in the subway, in the can, everybody's talking about that crazy ass Saddam. It's like the taste of danger trying to mess with Uncle Sam. Support your global sheriff now, he always gets his man. Tell me why we go to war. No need to show we can. There ain't never been no conflict. Ever since there been no man, is it peace we're fighting for? Don't think I understand. If the way to find it is to kill another man. If the way to find it is to kill another man. Every barrel's loaded, it's 25 o'clock. All around the Gulf, well, you can hear a pin drop. They said it's time for taking action. Sick and tired of talk. Can anybody tell me, is it ever gonna stop? Tell me why we go to war. No need to there where no man is at peace but fighting for? Don't think I understand. If the way to find it is to kill another man, if the way to find it is to kill. Coming into Baghdad, twice the speed of sound. Destiny is calling in the air and on the ground. Gather up your children, take a final look around. If you live in Baghdad, time to think of leaving town. If you live in Baghdad, time to think of leaving town. If you live in Baghdad, time to think of leaving town. All right. Why we go to war? Slackness.